Hey everyone, and welcome back to some more Civilization 5 as Persia. So, I know it's been a few days, but we are definitely continuing this, in case there were any doubts. When we last left off, we finished the war with Assyria. I probably could have pushed it a little bit more, but I think we're better off just waiting a little bit now and working on our economy and research. And then we can either declare war on him again, or as an alternative, I could go after Sweden and take Stockholm, which has a bunch of resources. But Sweden is not really a threat in this game, as far as I can tell. They only got 3 cities. So I don't think I'm actually going to bother with Sweden. If we need to take his capital in the future, we can always do it pretty easily, because it's literally right next to me. But yeah, I could also use better tech before we go to war with Assyria again, because he definitely out-techs me right now. So we can definitely get that. We do have a research agreement coming up. Or wait, it already triggered, did it? Yeah, we had one with Theodora. That's another thing I need. I need some research agreements. So that's what we'll work on. I need the AIs to get more gold. This is ironically something that is often easier the higher difficulty you play on, because AI tends to have more gold. So as long as you can get good relations with some of them, you can just spam research agreements. It's a bit of a paradox of Civilization 5, really. And speaking of my economy, I really need to connect the rest of my cities to Persepolis, obviously. So that's what we'll be working on. And I'll work on that with more than one worker, because otherwise it will take too long, and we'll keep paying maintenance for the roads. So yeah, we will definitely work on that ASAP. I am working on some workshops right now. I would also like to maybe annex Addis Ababa eventually, but my happiness is not amazing at the moment. So I'm afraid it will have to wait. As for the trade routes, yeah, I could actually really use another coastal city right now. I could in theory take Antwerp, but that wouldn't be very good for my relations with the AI. So I'll pass. Let's check what the best land trade route is at the moment. One I'm not working. Apparently this one. Okay, Addis Ababa has a few really good ones. It probably has a caravanserai. I don't have one otherwise. Yes, it has a caravanserai, so that explains it. I guess we'll send the trade routes from Addis Ababa then. That's one thing it will be good for. Now, I still want an artist guild. We got the writers guild so far. We could get one in Sosa, but it doesn't have a whole lot of excess food. I suppose it has some, but this is more of a production city. I also want to work the university. So yeah, I don't think we'll be building the artist guild in here. Yeah, that would not really work out very well. I might not work the workshop here. Well, it really depends. I suppose we can. This is probably fine. It won't grow very quickly. 12 turns, but it almost has a full bar of food right now. What do we build here next, actually? A stable would be alright. Not amazing, but fine. Other than that, I guess we could get a quick shrine. It's only 3 turns. I do need some more faith. We do have a great prophet coming up, finally. So we will grab that for sure. Alright, let's get started on this road. We already started from this side. Alright, well, and our army is just going to chill. I'll move my ranged units to the back. How close are we to another great general? Not that close, okay. We do have one, but if I wanted to use this guy for a citadel, then I'll miss out on the great general bonus for my troops. So it's definitely a bit of a trade-off. Okay, well, I do need more gold, but I also need the AIs to get more gold. So this is a bit of a problem. On one hand, I want his gold. But on the other hand, I need him to get more gold himself. Wait, do we have a research agreement with Pedro?
Olá?
Oh, maybe we do, actually. I need to check. I do need one with Theodora, but she needs more money. Okay, I need to double check this. Did I get one with Pedro? I don't remember. It's gonna be in here if I did. Yes, okay, we do have one coming up on turn 270. So, not anytime soon, but yeah, we do have one. Now I need one with Theodora. She's not getting a whole lot of gold per turn. Yeah, it will have to wait. We both need 375 gold each. So even if I give her the missing gold right now, I won't have enough myself. So yeah, it will definitely have to wait. Anyway, let's grab a farm over here. And yeah, like I said, these guys are just gonna chill. There's no real reason to go after Sweden. They are not really a threat in this game, and if I need their capital, I can always take it later on. So let's check the trade routes. I don't think I want a trade route with Assyria here. This one would also not be very safe because it goes straight through the Assyrian city. I could get one here with Helsinki. That would not go through Assyria. So this is a safer trade route for sure. It's worth a bit less gold, but this is a safer trade route by far. And it's not a question of if we go to war with Assyria again. It's a question of when that's gonna happen. Because you know that's gonna happen. If I don't declare war on him, he will probably declare war on me. Oh, we got extra growth in Sosa. Not that it's going to be a whole lot, but I could move some resources. Yeah, thing is, these gems also give me gold, and I obviously need gold, so I like them, despite the lack of food on them. Alright, I will not be building a road to Ekbatana yet, until we finish this one. Because this will not create a connection until we connect these three cities to Persepolis, obviously. So let's just work on other stuff around here. Shame I don't have this forest, and I'm not really willing to buy it right now. I suppose we'll just get some farms. We can also get some trading posts, but farms first. Alright, I need some gold to upgrade my units, but research agreements are a much bigger priority at the moment. We really need research agreements. How many techs does Assyria have? 33 right now. And we have 27. And they do have some military techs that I don't have. Right, since we do have the research agreement with Brazil, we can just trade for flat gold with Brazil. For a while. Borders have grown. Okay, nice, we got this tile. That might be useful in the future. We could actually have a fort in this tile, because this is an otherwise useless desert tile. This is a great tile for a fort, and it's outside of the city's bombardment range. Yeah, this is a great tile for a fort. I will definitely get a fort over there. For sure. Okay, I do want to get a stable, but it's like one tile that would benefit from it. We could just get units in here. I mean, that's not a bad idea. Or another worker. Yeah, you know what? Let's get another worker. I don't have that many workers right now for the number of cities that I do have. We have 7. Which I suppose is not terrible, but we got 6 cities. Yeah, 7 workers for 6 cities is not that good, really. It really isn't. Alright, well, continue the road. We will build through this hill. Yep, there you go. Well, this is not a hill, but we need to build like southwest here. So it will go this way and then this way. That way it will move closer to the Assyrian city here. If or when we go to war. Alright, the other guy will obviously help out over here. Alright, I need to keep an eye on Theodora's gold. 32, yeah, she's spending gold, that's the problem. I think I'll end up having to give her money. How many cities does she actually have? She has 3 cities, 32 techs. Assyria has 4. Okay, they are not doing that great. Yeah, okay, let's remove this. Right, this was our old trade route, I think. Yeah, I really don't want to go through this city right here. We could still get a trade route to Asur, but yeah, I don't know. How about any city-state quests? Do we have any? No. For trade routes, I mean. No, we do not. We do not. Vilnius would actually be alright at 9 gold per turn. We could just do that. Again, it's not worth as much, but it's alright. This is kind of a tough one. I really wish they didn't all go through here. I really wish they didn't. But alas. Let's check other options. Yeah, there aren't really that many other options. I could get a caravan that is somewhere over here. And maybe reach Cusco, although that doesn't seem tremendously likely. I could just go for Azur for now anyway. I suppose I could do that. Yeah, it will get removed when we go to war, or we could just go for Harar. He would still have to actively pillage this trade route. Yeah, what the heck, let's go for Harar, that's fine. Worst case scenario, we'll just replace it when we do go to war. Right now we have a peace treaty, so neither of us can declare war. Okay, we are about to get a great prophet, and I will get him. And we got a new policy. So we'll continue commerce for now. I don't need gold. I could unlock mercenary army, which is not a terrible idea. But I think I wanted to improve my land trade routes. This is also going to be a 50% discount on maintenance paid on roads and railroads. We actually don't need this. Now let's check our gold before and after. 32, 45. Yeah, that was a nice boost right there. And a lot of our trade routes will be land trade routes. So commerce is definitely worth it. Okay, so we could build the artist guild in this city. That's not a bad one. And I do want this. I also want other things. We don't need barracks, because I do want to build heroic epic. And then we need barracks in Ekbartana. That's gonna happen after the workshop. I definitely need this workshop first. Ekbatana's problem will be low production, unfortunately. I could buy this forest, but there's 200 gold, and we need the gold for other things. You know, like a research agreement. Stop spending your gold, Theodora. You don't need like even more jewelry or some shit. There's gunpowder. Alright. So, what's next to research then? Wine to Theodora ended, okay. We can do that, or can we? Well, sort of. I would be taking her gold per turn. See, if I let her keep her normal gold, she might just spend it on the next turn. I could give her 269 right now, and then just get that research agreement. That might be best. I think that might be best. We're gonna do that. Okay, we're just gonna do that. I need this research agreement going. It's not going to be like the greatest research agreement of all time, but it will be good enough. We need the boost. And she's pretty far away from Assyria. I don't think Pachacuti will declare war on her or anything like that. So while she's not doing that great, she's fairly safe from any outside aggression. Same cannot be said about Ethiopia, for example. Anyway, so that's done. Now I can spend the rest of my gold on slowly upgrading my army. This was one of the reasons why I wanted a bit of a break in this war, because I know Assyria has some military techs I don't have, or I just recently got, and I don't have enough gold to upgrade my whole army while still keeping up with the research agreements. Anyway, what's next? We could get chemistry for the production boost and cannons. I could also try to rush architecture. Well, since we have gunpowder, I think it makes sense to get chemistry first. I should also get machinery for crossbowmen and the ironworks. Yeah, let's get the machinery first. We definitely need that. The next research agreement is like turn 270, right? Yeah, it was 270. And then like 79. Yeah, no, 87. Yeah, it's a while. How are great people doing? Let's take a look. Are we getting anytime soon? Well, a great writer, I was thinking more scientist, but no. Okay. Let's check the cities super quickly. I need to work this university. In the capital for sure. Yeah, I need to work the universities. But I want to balance this with city growth as well. I don't have to work the workshop, but I want to. Yeah, maybe not. Okay, let's grow the city a little bit. Because I definitely wanted to do that. I might work the wine. I will be missing out on a lot of production. But okay, let's do this. That's 12 turns, which is not super fast. But it'll have to do. Okay, that'll have to do. And okay, Persepolis definitely needs to work the university. And we can keep the rest as is. Okay, we can keep the rest as is. Alright, that's good. Yeah, probably should have done that a little bit earlier. But it's okay. There's the great prophet. Alright. Right, so one thing I could actually do with him is get a holy site. That's what I'm considering. It's still worth it at this stage of the game for the fight boost. So I might actually do that. We could work it instead of this free food farm. So yeah, let's do that. This is definitely still worth it at +6 fate per turn. Yep, let's go. And we log that. Okay, that's good. And now we can switch probably to Inquisitors. I can still get some like pagodas and stuff, which honestly might be the best option at this point. Because that is +2 happiness. I could definitely use pagodas. So I think we'll work on those. 14 turns to get one. Yeah, we'll work on pagodas. Alright, let's see. Yeah, let's just work on this road with more than 2 builders. This is 4 builders working on that road. That should definitely speed it up considerably. Yep. Okay, that's good. In fact, we'll be done pretty soon here. And this should be a decent gold boost. Because I'm missing out on a lot of gold right now by not having 3 of my cities, 4 of my cities connected to my trade network. Which is literally why I'm rushing this road as much as I possibly can. Okay, so we need one more university to get Oxford. In Ekbatana, no less, which is not very surprising. I could grab the tempo to get more faith here. Yeah, I don't want to get more faith. Okay, let's get the tempo. We have quite a few faith buildings that we could get. Not just pagodas, but some other stuff. Okay, there's a great writer. So grab that tourism. There you go. Yeah, I assume Brazil will be #1 in tourism. Because they usually are. Polynesia often does really well too. This is a bit too early to really look at this, but yeah, I assume Brazil will be near the top with tourism and culture. It's definitely what's gonna happen. Okay, you need to go around here, that's fine. We can start upgrading our units soon. We can get Musket Men now, which is definitely going to be nice. Yep. Okay, let's just start getting them right away. And then crossbowmen. Because composite bowmen, while they can still do okay-ish damage, they are way too squishy. They will literally die if something breeds in their general direction. And now we can get a fort over here, because I do want that. Yup. Brazil and Sweden are now friends, and we stole a tech from Polynesia. What can we get? Chivalry. We are literally about to finish machinery. So we are getting Chivalry. That's a good one. Yeah, that's definitely a good one. And we need it for further progress anyway. Alright, there you go. They might not be very happy about it, but I don't really care. We don't have declaration of friendship or anything like that. So yeah, I don't really care. I need to steal text from someone, alright? Share intrigue, okay, fine, we can do that. And our spy got promoted. Max rank now, very nice. He might complain, but like I said, I don't really care. You go get that fort. And what do we build next? Yeah, probably a temple. I could also get a castle in here for better defenses. Because this city is a little bit out of the way. It really is. But we could also get a garden, which I could really use for more great scientist points. Yeah, the garden will be best in the long run. We are still relatively early. Remember, this is epic speed. So we are like halfway through the game. Alright, the tempo, 3 turns. Yeah, 34 turns to grow. I would need to get more food to grow this. Or I would have to send a trader out. We can work this. Well, I could do this. That's what, 26? Still kind of slow if you ask me. I don't have to work this production. We can get a farm down here. Yeah, this is all a little bit suboptimal. But okay, we can do something like this. I can also just not work this workshop. So I could remove this guy and go here instead. So that's not terrible. 17 turns. And eventually we'll get a boost to lumber mills. We're not quite there yet, but we will. Okay, Sosa got +1. Now it's not growing at all. I think I'm okay with this. Okay, I think I'm okay with this in here. At least for now. Yep. Okay, carry on. Let's get that road finished. To help our economy. Go on. Tower of Pisa, Pedro. Yeah, I wasn't really counting on building that myself. It's a pretty tough wonder to build. AI usually really likes it. So I definitely wasn't holding my breath for that one. I wasn't counting on that one at all. How long until border growth? 26 turns. Okay, bro. Yeah, that's gonna take a while. Okay, one last road section. So we'll get that road done in 5 turns. Alright, this is gonna be a fort, like I already said. And, well, I can still get a mine and such. Or a farm right here. Okay, as for our next research, I have 2 options. I can go for chemistry. That will help our production. Or we could rush industrialization, or we could rush scientific theory. The thing is, I need economics for both scientific theory and industrialization. And also economics would help my economy too. I mean, I don't really have a lot of trading posts, but I have some camps. And I could always build trading posts. Banking would also give us another trade route. So I think we'll do banking, then printing press, then economics. But this is a pretty tough choice. Still, yeah, let's get banking first. I could always use that trade route for an internal trade route. But when it's not a cargo ship, that's usually not really worth it all that much. Alright, so yeah, just one last road section. Yep. And let's get some farms around here. Yeah. Okay, sure, farms. And then our capital could use another farm. Like over here, where the musketman is. Yeah, farm. Right. I don't need a road here, do I? No, this one is already done. Yeah, we just need these 2 sections and that's it. So let's get started on this farm. I do want to build at least some trading posts. And we will. We will. Okay, this was the temple. We can't quite get started on Heroic Epic yet, or Ironworks. We can get started on Ironworks in 13 turns. So that is the plan. That is definitely the plan. Let's grab the market. And I should probably get the Caravanserai in Persepolis. Also, peace treaty expired. I don't think he will declare war on me. I mean, it's not impossible. I'm not saying he definitely won't. But it seems fairly unlikely. Okay, swap these guys. Okay, let's do some upgrades. In case he does, in fact, decide to do that. Yeah, this guy will be cheaper. 100 gold, alright. And 145 gold for a crossbowman. Yeah, okay, what's the most experienced archer we got? Does he exist? Yeah, is the experienced archer in the room with us right now? No, he is not. You can see here, they all have like accuracy 1, barrage 1, accuracy 1. Yeah, he is in fact not in the room with us right now. Okay, let's save the money then, for now. Yeah, I don't think Assyria will attack me, but it's not impossible. It is definitely not impossible. Would you attack somebody else? I mean, he would. I don't think I really want to pay him for that. If he declares war on me, I think I'm totally okay with that. I'm actually totally okay with that. It will spare me the trouble of declaring war on him myself. And being seen as a warmonger, because, you know, I'm just defending myself, okay? And the only problem is Susa, because I kind of left it with no defenses. But as long as we move in really fast on this city, that should be okay. Famous last words. But yeah, this is my biggest weak point right now. Susa. I didn't leave it with a single unit. But my army would be able to make a move on this city pretty quickly. Okay, some deal ended. With Polynesia, okay? We got 3 happiness at the moment. Will he actually give us a fair deal? No. No, he will in fact not give us a fair deal. He will not give us any kind of deal for the crab. I mean, I don't entirely blame him. We are spying on him. We promised to stop and we didn't. Actually, I'm not sure if I did promise to stop. But yeah, I don't entirely blame him. Right there. I can sell gems to somebody else. I was hoping to get that crab. Okay, let's sell it to Brazil for 360. I could use the money to upgrade my army. Will he really not trade it for any amount of gold per turn, like 20? Not that I would pay 20, but yeah, he would not. Okay, fine, whatever. Upgrade. Okay, we got a bunch of musketmen now. Yeah, upgrade the bowmen. They're just way too squishy right now. I'm just gonna upgrade all of them. Here you go. I could actually just declare this war myself if I really wanted to. I actually could consider doing that. It would be best if somebody else actually joined me. Which I don't think is super likely. It would have to be like Brazil or something like that. Yeah, I don't think that's very likely to happen. It's more likely to happen like in the opposite direction. I could get him to declare war. Well, not on Brazil, but on Ethiopia. He's asking for pearls. So basically a luxury resource worth of gold. So I don't think it's actually worth doing that. Especially with only 3 happiness. Yeah, I don't think I would be doing that, but I could if I really wanted to. Anyway, we finished the barrack, so now we can get started on Heroic Epic. Wait, can we? Oh yeah, no, not yet. I still need the barracks in Ecbatana. We can start Ironworks in 11 turns. So that's kind of the plan here. Yeah, that's the plan here. Alright, I will need some amphitheaters eventually, but let's get the watermill. That's still +1 happiness, so I'm okay with that. I will probably drop into the negatives at some point. Yeah, I might have to start thinking about some happiness soon. Okay, I really want to see how much more gold we'll get out of this. We need to wait 1 turn to see. But the road is done, so these cities will get connected. Okay, carry on. We got 57 right now. Okay, yeah, you see that? That's why I wanted to get the road done ASAP. Now we can connect Ecbatana. So now that's what we're going to do. Yup. But now I have a much better economy. Much better economy. Okay, let's check demographics real quick. Military might. Sweden is number 1. That's kind of interesting. Okay. We're third. My main concern is that if I take this city, my happiness will really tank. If I really want to, I could try to go directly for Assur. The problem is that I might get flanked from the left and from the right. That's the biggest problem with going after Assur. That's my main concern. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about this, so let's just finish this episode here and we'll continue the next one. Thanks for watching all the way to the end, I appreciate it, and I will see you next time.